And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of New Book Who Dis? I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me, I've got Connery. How do you say your last name, Connery?
Cateni, it's Italian.
Cateni, okay. Got Connery Cateni, and you guys know my boy, Michael Odin from Nine Realms Publishing. What's going on, gentlemen? How are we this evening?
You know, living the dream. Because nightmares and dreams, too.
Doing way good.
It's true. It's very true. Daymares, nightmares. How are you, Connery?
I'm doing good. I've been interacting with the community a little more, getting to know a little more about the indie comic scene, helping advertise the book, and it's been a great experience. So,
excellent. There's a lot of awesome people in this scene.
Yep.
Speaking of awesome people, I was about to say, speaking of awesome people, we got an Oliver. What's up, Ollie? Good to see you. We got a Lola. What's up, Lola? Thanks for coming to hang out. Frog G already slinging the links.
Yeah,
and we got a flying feline.
Yeah.
Look
flying
at
feline.
Frog
Thank you.
being a beast.
Oh yeah, Frog G is always on top of it.
Yeah, he's great.
Hail all.
It's great
Good to see you guys. Thank you for coming to hang out. We got a Shadowhawk. Wait, the chat just jumped. We got a Shadowhawk up in his house. What's going on, Shadowhawk? Good to see you guys. See, Frog G all about the links tonight. Excellent. Mm-hmm. As always. And we got El Gargoyle. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out this evening. So, what are we reading currently, gentlemen? Are we reading anything? Or are we just frantically working?
Comic stuff. I just finished The Lucent last week, and I've been going through that a bit because I'm doing my live review on that next Tuesday, which will be
That's
fun.
awesome.
I'm very excited to give Bancroft shit live on a stream. It'll be it is a very solid book. I am pretty pumped to talk about it. And
excellent.
As a prelim, Mike did a pretty damn good job. If you guys didn't, but if you guys for whatever reason didn't back the Lucent and made a very grave error in judgment, you need to make sure that you hop on the next one of those.
Here, I got a stack to show you. Hold on a second.
Oh God.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm going to interrupt this and swing you the big box again.
The big box.
Recently,
there's no stream interruption with that. We're all doing the same thing.
So
this is how this rolls at the beginning. So all of this is all stuff that I have recently gotten in the mail from different campaigns, and one of these is my Lucent. This one, this big one right here.
What you get? Which tier did you get on that? Did you get?
I don't even remember anymore, but I'm excited. So there will be. I'm thinking possibly this Saturday. There may be a giant "What's in the box," and I'm going to reach out and see who I can get to come hang out with me.
Oh God, I have so many of these damn books. These are all crowdfunding books that I've backed and are looking at doing reviews on. I just need to go through and figure out which order.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
we got a comics mate. What's up, Dean? Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Thanks for coming to hang out. All right, so you got this black box. What's in the black box there?
So it actually is a mix of indie comics and comics from my past.
Excellent.
So, for example, I got one of my inspirations for SHYFT, Sonic #1. I keep this one because it was actually
okay. So that's when IDW took over.
Yes.
Nice.
When
okay.
I was collecting it before I dropped it later on, but this was actually a Spencer's release because what happened was during the first printing was so uncommon to find that during New Comic Book Day or Free Comic Book Day, actually, Spencer's they had a shirt with the cover 2 art. Let me pull that one up. It actually had a T-shirt with this art, which actually was a great shirt. I still have to find it, but I actually had that shirt for years, and it was great. And that's how I got issue 1 from Spencer's, ironically. But
well, sometimes when they do free comic book, they do promotions like that. Those promotional books, because they don't print a whole lot of them. Sometimes they can be worth a bit more. You know, Well, that's pretty awesome.
And then later on, I started putting in some. Like this was one of the earliest indie books I got. This
Hold
is
on,
called,
that actually looks pretty solid.
Yeah, hang on, and let's take a look at that.
The Aggregate.
Ooh.
And it's one of the first times I actually got something at a con that was like a comic.
Yes.
And I'm heard that they're still working on issue 2. I don't know if it released yet. I did a little research and I don't know 100%.
Who's the creative team?
Mainly Split Decision Comics.
Okay, well, I mean the writer, the artist.
I found the Kickstarter of it. It was up in 2019. So yeah, you can still get, and you can purchase the first book. It looks like they've got a Kickstarter page, but I think that they probably have an online store link to it because it says here's the website. Here, I'll share screen. This actually looks vicious. I might actually have to get a hold of this.
If you want to drop the link in the private chat, we can also drop it in the regular chat so people can check it out.
I'll do that here in just a sec. Let me get this going.
The book was by Ben Bishop with colors by Brittany Peer. So I'm guessing it's a writer and artist.
Yeah,
Then
I mean, it looks solid.
like...
Luke, share this screen, bro. Look at this.
Nice.
Oh,
Kind of got a Daniel Warren Johnson vibe to it. Very cool. Yeah.
I actually have some of the original bookmarks they gave me when I bought the book, actually. That
is solid.
This looks really good. I will be favoriting that. Let's get this as a book.
See, this is one of the things I love about conventions. Is that you find these things. And this is what I love about this scene, because this scene we've got going on is basically like one big convention. We have these shows and we have they're like panels, come visit, come check it out, see what's going on,
These shows have become the digital conventions, man. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And, they couldn't have come at a better time, because of everything that we got going on out in the world. Conventions getting shut down and, the numbers still aren't exactly there. Yeah.
That's why this whole thing blew up, man. I told people over the last summer, I called this whole period of time the indie renaissance, because like with everything going on in the main line, you had all these big people shifting to the indie scene, and it gave a lot more validity to it. And so you had the rise of the indie YouTube stream promotions and everything like that. All these guys coming in and bringing people on shows, and it was effectively a convention scene for the indie market. And as a result, crowdfunding books have become a genuine force in the industry. I'm fairly certain
they've had to take note of the numbers. They've had to pay attention to it.
The mainstream companies are even starting to try and get in on things like crowdfunding and webtoon, and they're being
Top Cow with their origins, their Darkness and Witchblade origins.
Yep.
And listen, they also sell those books in the in previews. I pre-ordered the Darkness Omnibus in previews just because. I love that early Mark Silvestri art. Yes, please.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got the campaign up there. I've got it signed by him and everything. I was very happy.
Nice.
It's gorgeous. It's got silver lining on the pages. It's very pretty.
And it's it's you get that prestige format. You get the extras. The stretch goals and whatnot. And this I always have to point out that this I guess process was kind of pioneered by Brian Pulido. He did his prestige format with all the goodies, and then put it through into previews. Split the book in two, sold it as single issues. Oh yeah, that way you're getting the whole market. You're getting the people, because there are people that come into my shop that will only order from previews because they go through in 3 handwritten pages of a previews order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the way they've been doing it for 30 plus years, and that's not likely to change anytime soon. So, and that's because Brian loves the comic market, loves comics. He did his research.
Yeah, and I do think that crowdfunding has definitely made a massive shift in all of this. And yeah, Brian.
Well, I mean, also Jimmy Palmiotti was another early one. Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor, they were an early one with their paper films and whatnot to start doing crowdfunding. So, I mean, it's a viable scene, man. Just have to have a good story.
You do.
Just got to have a good story. And where does a good story come from?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like a good story comes from having heart, having a passion to tell that story. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. Which I guess leads a pretty good segue. Connery, let's. We're speaking about. We're speaking about stories that resonate and are fueled by passion and what have you. And so you and I work together on this book. Why don't you introduce it?
Sure. So let me pull it up. So one of the things was when I got into comics, it was because I was on the spectrum, and my dad had used tons of entertainment, especially comics, to get me to learn mainly reading and writing skills. Since I've had
comics helped me learn to read.
A lot of learning issues since childhood. Eye contact was terrible. My speech was impaired, and it was just a mess. So entertainment was very much my salvation at times. And my first comic I remember was
What's up, good
Sonic,
stuff?
And that was Hey, Good Stuff.
What's up, Eric?
And
he's saying that your mic is still coming in a little bit quiet.
Yeah. Let me see. Edit mic settings. Here, let me see if I can turn you up a little bit.
Because
all right, you're
good.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, much better actually.
Thanks for the comic Good Stuff. You saved my mic. So, one of the things.
What's up,
One
Bob?
of my first
Good to see you.
comics was Sonic, because it was based on the video game I loved playing, and it was it was kind of like my first introduction to comics, as many people's, let's say, the comic book movie renaissance, for example, how many people got into comics through that.
Sure.
And as I got older, I got really invested in the creative side of entertainment, so I moved on to stuff like Go Animate to learn storytelling, and I've been working on a few animation projects with my friends, like the aforementioned Astronaut Reborn. You heard me bring it up a couple times on different streams because it helped improve some of my writing skills as well as creative storytelling. And I also was able to help out and collaborate with a bunch of great people, especially as we got older and started to really improve our craft. And they really did improve my skills. It gave me the confidence to start leading my own projects, which was a great motivator. But truthfully, all ideas have to come somewhere. So when the initial idea actually for SHYFT was actually very recent, during the summer of 2020. So it was one of the darker times of my life. So after my family had... My family had lost several dogs and family members due to several un-COVID health reasons. Some was cancer, some was just old age, and it was just heartbreaking. And my little dog Bianca was comforting me. So that's when the idea struck me. See, Bianca was, in a way, the hero I didn't know I needed. And so I wanted to make a world where animals were the heroes. And this idea was where SHYFT was mainly born from. And as time progressed, it has expanded to become a lot bigger than I originally thought. But again, the basis was something I always loved telling, because
sometimes that's the nature of stories. You know, you gotta let the story dictate where it's gonna go. Sometimes,
absolutely.
You know,
and that's kind of where I came in. Is Connery had this initial concept. And when he initially reached out to me, I had an ad out on a site. It's still up there for on this site called Cartoonist for Hire. And and he had reached out to me through my writing ad, and he sent me an outline. He sent me some character write-ups and everything like that. The outline was a bit rough, and the character write-ups were interesting, but what really struck me was kind of like the style of the project and what it was, being this very anthropomorphic book where you had all these characters that were, none of them were like, it wasn't based in reality. It was as far removed from reality as you could possibly get. And, Luke, you know me at this point.
Right.
I like myself a little bit of a challenge, and so I saw the potential there, and so I said, you know what? Yeah, no, I'll work with you on this. And so that's where I came in. Is I took elements and everything that he had presented through his character write-ups and some of the smaller scaled events that he had mentioned in his outline, and I started to craft a narrative, and I wrote a script. And that's effectively the role that the major role that I played in all of this, was just helping Connery bring the world to life with my writing and give the story direction. And we're very fortunate. We're working with a great art team. We have the main line artist of the book is this guy Rigo, and Rigo has built a pretty solid name for himself, because he worked on a Sonic fan project, animation
actually
project,
several.
correct? Yeah,
it was called. There was season 3, which he did the comic, and he also did Sonic the Hedgehog Online, which is an Archie continuation.
Okay,
yeah, because I remember the Sonic books put out by Archie back in the day, and those are actually worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was as I said, we're very fortunate in having these visual storytellers that have come on and really helped us out with bringing this world of Sheobia to life, and we have just I think a really strong artistic sense in the book. We have some beautiful covers as well. We got this Connery reached out to this web comic artist Batu that did this wraparound cover for us. If you scroll down, this thing is fucking vicious. I wish that we had
the updates actually.
Check the updates. Okay.
Yeah, that's the deluxe edition B variant on the tiers. But yeah, if you go to the updates, it should be up here. No, that
right there.
Look at that.
Does it? Can
if you click the update, it should zoom it out, I think.
Click the update. No.
No? Okay. Well, hold on one sec. Maybe I can do one better. Give me a second.
No worries.
I just got to see if it's on my desktop. Still.
I can actually pull up the image itself if you need me to.
That's what I was going to do, but you go on ahead, Connery.
Okay, you know where that is. Let me pull it up. So, story was that I got in contact with Vadu, and it took a bit to really talk back and forth about what the product was, but she was super happy to come on and do the cover, and then a little more back and forth just to finalize some things. It took a bit because obviously I didn't want to rush her, so I gave her some time to finalize everything because she had other stuff to do. So, and
take it easy, good stuff. Thanks for coming to hang out.
So afterwards, I was finally able to. I worked with her, and we were finally able to get the cover fully dealt with. And as you can tell, it turned out great. So let me see if I can find the.
It definitely, I don't know, gives me the feel of. Let's see. Kind of reminds me of Sonic, like it would be a Sonic cover or something like that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe that it gives me.
Absolutely.
And you know what's funny? The Sonic comics still to this day sell well in the shop. Like we've got they go out. We have some on the wall, and we have a few people that have them in their pull list. So it's,
I got it. This is the actual art.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked. Yeah, Sonic or some kind of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely an inspiration. You can even see in the layouts a little bit about the tilted look.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually because it's a little bit based on manga, because when I was chatting with Bingo about the pages and stuff, he said one of the biggest things was the reason why I did the layouts was it's something that mangas do, and his style is very a good in between. It's a mix of comics and manga, so it was
Indeed.
one of the great things about him because it's very stylistic choice, but it's also extremely catching and eye appealing.
Well, and that's what you want. That's exactly what you want. Especially, so that's the B and C, the B and C cover, or the
Yes.
So the way that it works is that there's two variants of the deluxe edition of the book.
okay.
And so there's a main variant of the book that's just the standard edition, and then there's a deluxe cover. And there's two versions of the deluxe edition. There's the Batu cover, and then there's the deluxe of the Rigo cover. So
Okay, so you got a deluxe cover B and you got a deluxe cover C.
yeah,
Okay, and the deluxe. Okay, this one's a virgin cover too. The deluxe
both
cover C.
both of them are both of them
okay.
are covers, and then we have a limited tier for the one done by Rigo where every single person from the creative team will sign it.
Okay, and that would be the signed deluxe physical lovers.
Correct.
Yeah, all right, very cool.
One of the reasons why it's called cover B and C is that it's kind of an inside joke, because there's cover A, which is standard, cover B, which is the Batu cover, and then cover C was actually the Bingo cover, because he actually offered us 3 choices to do the cover, and we chose option C, so I thought it would be funny to be cover A, B, and C.
All right, yeah, totally makes sense. And who's your interior artist?
That's Rigo. Who's
Rigo. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's doing the cover C.
Yeah, and he did the main cover as well. Like so, he did the this one up here. That's him, and then he's also done the deluxe edition. That's the C variant, and then
and he's doing the interiors.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
And he has a colorist. What's her name again?
Laura Adams.
Laura Adams. She's phenomenal. Her color works great.
It definitely complements his line work very well. It's vibrant, but it doesn't override the line work. You know, this is definitely a very. Question: is this game aimed at young adults? I mean, obviously it's in the manga territory, but
so I like when Connor and I were talking about this, I said that you could probably give this to somebody. I would feel safe giving this to a 10-year-old now.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So that's the other big appeal. Is it is an all ages book. You could pretty much give it to anyone. There's no.
I could totally see this. You know, like I said, up on the wall near Sonic, near the Pokemon comics, and you know.
Absolutely, it was the intention to have something that could fill in that void that people really want. They want these stories as well, like not just the young adult ones, but also the younger market as well. So I thought SHYFT would be a great way to introduce younger audiences to the world of comics.
Absolutely. All right, well let's take a look at your trailer here. Let's see. I think I shared the audio, so
let's hope.
Fingers crossed.
If not,
maybe I did it right. Maybe I'll just boomer it. We'll see.
Shapeshifters.
You got it, babe.
I have no doubt you heard of them. Everyone has at one point. Werewolves, vampires, the million variations we have yet to discover. The idea of living alongside those creatures is fascinating. But what if you are young? My name is Sunny, and I am a shifter.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I watch a lot of Linus Tech Tips.
I know, I do too.
It's fucking great, man. I mean, it's
addicting.
a lot of. It really is. I'll just throw it on while I'm like making my coffee in the morning. It's awesome. Gives me a little tech news hit, and then I'm off going. Anyway, I very much like the video. A lot of fun. Who put your video together for you?
So I actually got someone off Fiverr to do it, and they actually did a couple of other comic book indie trailers. So
Awesome.
they did such a great job.
Do you got the guys?
done.
Do you got the guy's name?
Let me pull it up. Give me a second. Apologies.
Because we always do enjoy a good trailer around here.
Yeah, man, and sharing that stuff around helps other indie creators. Helps.
That's right.
It helps them out too, because you potentially get them more
Right.
business.
Yeah, get
Absolutely.
them more work.
So here is the link, and
Yeah,
I
just drop
believe
it
it
in the
is a
private chat.
she, and she did a great job. So let me
Fantastic.
pop it up in the private chat.
Yeah.
And she actually did a bunch of trailers, actually. So she did. I'm seeing what other books she did, because
What's
I
going
know
on,
there was
Apex?
one that I really enjoyed. So she did a trailer for Riot Press, and also I believe in Glorious Rex, if I can find that one, but it might have gone to the wayside because of all the orders she's done recently. But yeah, she's done
She
such a
did.
great
She did
job.
one for Shane Davis on Inglorious Rex.
I believe so, because that was the one I saw on the preview, and that's what got me interested in.
Is that the
having
one
her.
that he's using now?
I don't 100% know, because I saw it on the Fiverr page, but I didn't see the video on the Indiegogo. Ironically, I'm the one guy who probably just backed it because I was like, I got the secret chase and I was like, yeah, I know this book's going to be good, so I'm just going to back it.
Shane's awesome. Love his work.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot wait for that book. The book is going to be sick.
It looks pretty vicious. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. Brutal. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's gonna be. All right, so I dropped that link to the person that made your trailer, and take a look, check out their work, and if you need a trailer, there you go. All right, so tell me more about where does this? What is Lovin' Sheobia? What is your featured tier here?
The featured tier is I Love Sheobia, or the Loving Sheobia tier. So for $65, you get all the editions of the book, standard B and C.
Okay.
You get special things in the book, wallpaper. You get the digital PDF. You also get an exclusive Sunny plush and T-shirt, which you can only get in the other tiers below on add-ons. And the best part about this is that it's a flat rate shipping. So it's the same price if you do national or international, which is one of the biggest things, which is
pretty
why
huge.
it's featured.
Yeah. All right. $65. That's pretty cool.
Very good value.
Yeah. For real. Both very looks cover B and C T-shirt and the plushie. I mean, everybody people love plushies.
Yeah, there's certainly a booming
T-shirts.
thing.
A looming thing. I mean, plushies have been around
A booming
a
thing.
booming thing. Oh, a looming thing.
Yes,
They've been around for a while.
Threat of the industry, plushies.
Plushies.
They shall conquer all.
My little brother actually got me this.
Plushies. See, they're already infiltrating.
Yeah, but my little brother got me this one. He also got me this one.
Oh wow!
And I also got this one.
I didn't know Sonic went Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah,
man,
that is something cool. Yeah, he actually does go Super
Sonic
Saiyan.
has been around for a minute, Luke.
Yep. He even has a werewolf form, but they kind of forgot about that one. I also got this
God,
one as
I
well.
saw that game.
It actually is ironically the best in the series. Like, it's the one with the best game design. Yet the other ones, they forgot about... Yeah, because they actually cared about the story that time. Yeah, I know, below me. But they actually did it.
I don't... listen, my knowledge of Sonic stops at Sonic 3. Yep, that's about all I know about Sonic. I know that they tried a bunch of 3D stuff and it did not work. There's a lot of video game journalism about the games and whatnot.
Basically, what happened was they did well with the adventure games, but then they wanted to reboot the franchise. You saw that with Shadow. You saw it with 06. It didn't go out well, so they basically, if I'm not mistaken, they basically went all out on the werewolf one, Unleashed, and then it was around that time they brought in a little bit of a new creative team, and that's when Colors came out, and that's when you saw a lot more changes.
Okay, I do remember hearing how awful Colors was.
Yeah, did you hear about Colors Ultimate?
Nope.
That's even worse.
Oh, Lord.
The glitches. Oh,
when
gosh.
you think it can't get worse, it can.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so what's the physical lovers tier? What's going on with this one?
It's effectively just the basic tier of the book. Like,
Okay.
That's what it gets you.
Okay.
The standard edition of the book. Nothing else really about it other than that.
Okay.
You can get as Connery said, you can purchase as add-ons the T-shirt and the plushie along with any of the other tier purchases. So
Very cool.
if you want to still get the plushie and you just want to get the one book, you can do that. It is available as an option.
Okay, flexibility. I mean, that's always nice, being able to pick and choose.
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, and we went over the B variant here, which is that's a dope cover. That's for sure. I like the layout. The I don't know, definitely the city in the background. Going up. It reminds me a lot of I don't know, some of the early anime that I watched as a kid. On the Sci-Fi Channel. Do you guys remember?
You watched it on the Sci-Fi Channel?
Back in the day. Yes, I used to watch anime on the Sci-Fi Channel.
What a
back when
weird
it was
channel.
Back when it was spelled SCIFI,
Yeah, I know.
not the absolutely
Sci-fi.
moronic shit that they have turned it into.
We call it Sci-Fi.
Yeah, I call it not paying attention to. I got mad at them when they canceled Farscape, and I never forgave them for it. So,
Respectable.
I mean that's generally how sci-fi works. It's really funny because sci-fi will put out their best stuff is usually the stuff that they cancel because they don't end up fucking marketing it well. I think the only exception to the rule on that was Deadly Class, where they actually did market it well, and it's actually it
still got canceled.
It definitely took some artistic license from the comic, but for the most part was pretty damn faithful to it, and it was really good. And it got canceled because critics didn't like it, but the audience score was always really high.
You could also say the same thing for The Expanse, but that one, it went to Amazon, so it had success.
Yeah, it's because Amazon knew that show's good.
Until the end. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it follows the books. So I mean, if you read the books, it follows the books pretty damn close.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's it walked the line between just hard sci-fi and then the creeping fantasy aspects of it. Where science fiction starts to bend you know. So I don't know, enjoyed it, but okay. So when are you looking to fulfill?
So that's the part of this that's it. So when we launched, there was a lot of issues within the first week or two, and so the idea is that we had already set the goal as a flexible one on the campaign, but what we decided we were going to do was we were going to let 30 days go. If we could get the funding, awesome. But and we would make sure that everybody would get their books here. But if we don't get funded, what we're going to do is we'll make sure that the people that backed us get refunded, and then we will regroup and relaunch the campaign here when we have more of it done. One of the big things that kind of blindsided us was like right after launch, Rigo had stuff come up and his schedule got pushed back, so he wasn't going to be able to start on more interior pages until November timeframe. And so we wanted to make sure that it was one of those things where we wanted to make sure that if we didn't end up getting the funding, that people weren't just sitting around waiting on something that was going to take forever. And we felt that it was going to be far more prudent if we got people their money back, and then we made sure that we would do a launch for the book again later, but have more of the book done by that point. So that way there'd be less time between that. And then on top of that, that also gives Connery a much larger amount of time to get acclimated into the community, get to know the audience, build up his own platform and everything.
You gotta get to know your audience.
That would result in a better success for him moving forward.
It's absolutely something that I did have to improve, because when I started SHYFT, I had the mindset that, we got to start fresh, but I didn't really 100% know what that meant, mainly because I wanted to start fresh and build a new platform, but that was one of the big problems, is that I didn't have it ready by the time I had SHYFT almost ready for crowdfunding, and that was a major mistake, because had I really started earlier with the building the platform, I feel like people not only would have gotten to know me a little more, but I also wouldn't have made the mistakes that I have, which is something I had to learn about not doing.
I mean, it's a learning curve, man. It happens. You can't just show up on a scene with a book and expect to, unless it blows everyone away, at least what I've noticed from this scene anyway. Come in, hang out, get to know people, hang out in chats, talk to people, and then be like, hey, I have this thing going on. Because that's what people respond to. We have we have a lot of fun, here hanging out talking about comics. But I don't know. It's like it kind of feels like just showing up just to sell a product. And sometimes it works, but it's such a I don't know, a tight knit scene here, so word of mouth, people see a name, they recognize it. It's that's part of building your platform, building your audience.
Absolutely.
You have awesome people like Leg Kick coming and hanging out. What's up, Leg Kick? Good to see you, man. You got Frog G slinging links. This is what we do. This is the scene. Welcome to the scene. I
absolutely.
I hope. I wish you the best of luck on this book. So you got 3 days left. You're at 1469. You need to get to 4,000. Okay.
It's a tight squeeze, but I've seen some people do it.
Absolutely. I saw that Lola said that she had tweeted this out earlier. Let me see if I can find that.
Yep. She did. She tagged everybody. So
Excellent.
Yep,
Thank you, Lola.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Lola's good peeps.
I saw
wish
that
I
you
will
sent it
never
as well.
work for
Thank you
a
so much for sending it. Again, it's definitely something I am getting used to because I actually participated in bidding for the auction, and it was great chatting with everybody there because, again, we were just having so much fun chatting in between the auctions, and it was great to know everybody there.
Oh, yeah.
Especially returning people from the previous live streams, which it's great to see everybody there.
No, see, that's what I mean. You know, it's like a continual virtual convention. You know, that we all get to do from the comfort of our own streaming setup. So yeah, it works out. It works out great, man. But that's how we roll around here. And you know, this book looks fun. I mean, it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but you know, I'm not in the Pokemon. I totally missed the boat on Pokemon, and you know, like I said, my knowledge of Sonic stopped because I'll have these younger dudes come in, and they're like, you know, they're like 10, 11, 12. They're coming in with their parents, picking up their Sonic books, and you know, they're excited. They're talking a mile a minute about this. I'm like. The last time I interacted with Sonic, you were not even on this planet yet. So,
You
yeah.
sound like me with other franchises at times.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's good that these franchises get you know, renewed for a new generation. You know, but we got to have good caretakers, and it seems like the caretakers of Sonic have been doing a good job. You know, cultivating the story. You know, somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would know better than I would.
It's mainly the fan scene keeping it up.
Well, there you go. I mean, you know, that's who introduces the younger generation generally. I mean, it's parents that are fans, and it's, you know, older siblings that are fans or friends that are fans. You know, the fans introduce it to the next generation, as it were. So
I introduced it to my little brother, and he gave me this. So
there you go.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. So you guys have a retail pack. Excellent. All right.
We also have a retail add-on as well.
Okay. I wonder. 10. Yeah, Odin and I have talked about this. I need to sit down and talk to the owner of my shop and see what I can get together, because we've got manga now. People are coming in and asking for manga.
Yeah,
you know, but this is in the same vein, you know. You know,
It's
so I
gray
mean,
in between as well.
yeah, you know, and I'm same format, regular comic size format.
Yes, it is a regular comic size, left to right, but it's also with great art and a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, it'll be your standard comic size, Luke. It'll be the 6.85 by 10.5.
Yeah. Just a
floppy.
standard comic. Those,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the Sonics from IDW are. You know,
Yeah.
IDW still has. They're still putting out, you know, some pretty decent all ages stuff. I mean, the Sonic comics. They do the Marvel Action books.
Oh, they just
They're
lost the
apparently
license for
about to
that.
lose that though.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I saw something about that earlier today. That Marvel is potentially ending
In
their
fact-
contract for their all ages stuff.
Yep.
With IDW.
Well,
So,
that probably
fun
means
fact.
that Star Wars is probably next.
Well, they already removed that one as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't, because, you know, the Star Wars Adventures or whatever, I mean, they didn't sell a lot, but they sold some. You know,
I mean, that's it.
But I mean, that's
I'm fairly
basically
certain that's
the
like
entirety
all
of the
books in
industry.
the mainstream right now, though. It's like they didn't sell a lot, but like an occasional person that was like potentially
No, we had
in.
we had people that had like all the Star Wars books, you know, the Marvel and the IDW books on the, you know, on their pull list. You know, we have several people like that.
I just think most people at this point are just like done with Marvel shit and done with DC shit. But I mean, you know, I could be wrong.
There are people that continue to get them. A lot of what I hear is, you know, oh yeah, I've got a stack over there, and I mean, I'm just as guilty of this as anybody. Like, I've got a stack over there that I need to read. You know, haven't read them in a while, and you know, I don't really ever hear anybody come in and say, I'm excited about this story. I'm excited about this next issue. Not anymore, man.
These people are only there because it's a habit. Like, that was what when the pandemic happened, Todd McFarlane was straight up like, we need to continue to produce comics because the moment that they break, like, without saying it, he said it. He said the moment that they break the habit, the moment they realize that they're wasting their fucking money on our products, and we need to we need to make sure that we keep them on the habit, because the moment that it's broken, they're going to go try and find something elsewhere, and nine times out of 10, that something else is going to be better, which is what the fucking indie scene has done in the past year. And that, like you're already having, you remember freaking Kelly Sue DeConnick, not even 5 years ago, was, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Yeah. What happened? A week ago, like not even a week ago, she did the whole, well, we're all worried about the state of the industry. We're kind of shaking our heads at our colleagues who are trying to say that the industry is wrong because it's not.
Wow! So that second interview was that recent, huh?
Yeah, no, like it was within the past month.
Like, so, let me show you something that actually kind of correlates with this. Look at the Sonic collection I have here. Notice something interesting? This is the last volume, and then everything else. Like, my collection ends at this. Why?
Right.
Because I didn't like the new arc. They spent an entire year or two on an arc I didn't like, and I basically dropped the habit.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing. That's what you should do. That's what you're supposed to do with with the comics, in my opinion. You know, I work in my childhood comic shop. I've had a pull list at this shop for, you know, forever. And my biggest complaint, you know, with myself and, you know, with other people is, well, I have all of them. I'm just, you know, I collect them, so I'll just get the whole thing. And it's like, no, if the writing is shit, if the art is shit, if you're not enjoying the story, drop the book. Like, I mean, the shop appreciates the sale, obviously, but the problem with that is that we continue to get shit stories that aren't really enjoyable for anybody, and the art, the I don't know, the company doesn't get any feedback, or they don't care, so it would seem. So they just keep pumping it out, you know. So what if you have all of them? Like the having a complete run of modern stuff is not really that big a deal. Having a complete run of like classic shit, that's where it's at. Like, if the story's not good, drop it. that's my rant.
Well, that you should be ashamed for having such a radical opinion, Luke. How dare you say that you should only back things that you enjoy? How could you be so prejudiced?
I know. Like, how dare I say, spend your hard-earned money on stuff that actually, you know, gives you some enjoyment.
How dare you say something so controversial that's so brave?
I don't know. It's just my natural state of being. What can I say?
It's something I learned with 4K Blu-rays actually too, because they had Terminator 2 on sale. You know why I didn't buy it? Not because the story was bad, but because the transfer was bad. And I didn't want to give money to them by saying, you did a great job on this transfer, have my money. No, I bought something else. Because again, if the transfer is bad, I'm going to wait for the next transfer, because they're going to have to do it at one point. Because unfortunately, if they don't get the money, they realize, uh-oh, this ain't selling anymore, and they're going to have to do a new one to recoup the costs.
Fucking demon in the chat. Oh, God. not accurate at
Yeah,
all.
No, not at all.
no, that's the Odin in his head. We all know that. It's just so he's not talking to himself. You know, that's what he's worried about. Yes, that's right, Dean.
I talked to Dean enough where he might be a part of my subconscious. I don't know. Freaking
Lord.
turned into a whole Fight Club situation. Who is Tyler Dart?
You just broke the first rule too. Damn, look at you go.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking kill me. Whatever.
All right, so what's the art lovers tier here? For 150, you get everything below, and
It is currently we're looking at doing pages for this. So you get an original page from Ringo.
excellent. Okay, and so it'll be an actual page from the interior,
Yes,
something like
yeah.
a so, like a dis.
Predominantly this book will be done digitally, but he's
Right.
doing
I mean, most of them are now.
He's doing 10 pages traditional, and so
Very
we're doing
cool.
pretty similar to what I did on the Embrace, where like
Mhm.
people that backed the art tiers, it's first come first serve. So we have the 10 pages of physical art, and
Yeah.
we'll send them out to each backer in order, and then like narrow it down to the point where like when we run out of pages, we run out of pages.
Yeah, totally. Okay, and then the custom art lovers tier for $50 more, so 150 for a page, and then custom art. So
It is a custom piece by Ringo that is. It basically comes with the book physically.
awesome. Okay, so a piece of your character created. Okay, so so you get if you have an original character of your own, or something like that, or you get one custom made. Is that what?
Yes, you have to have a reference for it,
Okay.
and we'll send surveys afterwards, if we are funded, obviously.
Right. Very cool. 2 out of 10. Hey, people love the custom art.
Mm-hmm. And then this one is the cameo tier.
Okay. Very cool.
And
Okay, so
everything
you-
past the I Love Sheobia comes with all the stuff that's in the bundle. So if you get one of the higher up tiers, you do get everything in that bundle.
Wow. So it's a spider-like thing, yes?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the way that it works is
I thought
as
that was
a
a tail for a second. That's
yeah,
not a tail.
as a shifter, they are able to shift into more animalistic versions of themselves.
Uh-huh.
Sunny's parents, like her mom is like a spider being, and her dad is a dragon, and so when she shifts, she's kind of like an amalgamation of the two.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, now I see it. Yeah. Very cool.
We also call her the tiger spider. Thanks, Neff.
Neff's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, he's great.
Well, this looks like fun all ages adventure comics. This is awesome. We need more all ages stuff. I mean, I don't. We need more good all ages stuff. Let me clarify, because there's a lot of young adult stuff. There's a lot of all ages stuff.
It's implied. Like nobody hears you. Like no, Luke. We need more shit stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. We need things to be bad.
No, I realize this, but you know what? There's in the car manual, it tells you not to drink the battery acid anymore. So you gotta make the fucking McDonald's coffee cup says caution, hot.
Well, to be fair, they got sued a butt ton of money.
Exactly, but my
And
point
lost.
still stands. It's ridiculous. Of course, your coffee's hot.
Okay.
but it was scalding hot.
To be fair, back when that lawsuit happened, McDonald's didn't have any standards of like you cannot exceed X temperature, and so she literally got like 2nd to 3rd degree burns from her coffee.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I remember.
Oh, Shadow. Oh no, it's spreading.
See, this is what we
It's
need to
spreading.
not. We don't. No,
Exactly.
no, Shadowhawk, no.
We do not need more shit. We need.
See,
more
we need stuff like a this, like Teddy, like Hunt Littlest Umbrella,
Oh,
Fairy
fuck.
Quest.
I remember watching a
Glyn
lot of
Monsterland.
Fug's content actually when I still do from time to time, but he was a lot into the comic stuff as well, so it's how I was introduced to him, Yellow Flash, a lot of those people.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Tug's great, man. I'm looking forward to this newest campaign because I missed the first 2, and I gotta get the catch-up tier if there is one.
oh yeah, I
I'm
definitely have
at least
to
gonna
catch
jump
up with
in
the
on
last
this one. So, but yeah, thank you, Frog G, for finding all these and posting all these all ages books. We need good shit. Yes, because they're the younger generation. They deserve they should have high quality entertainment, because if they don't, they're gonna grow up reading crap, and then they're gonna grow up and make crap. That's why a lot of the shit that's made now is crap. Just my opinion. So give the kids better reading material. See,
That's
Frog
great to
G.
hear.
Yeah. All right, chat. We are coming up on an hour here. Do you guys have any questions for these gentlemen about SHYFT? And so let's see. Let's do a little refresh. See if we've moved a little bit. Nope, not yet. But 3 days left. 36% funded. We can do it. Very vibrant colors in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so her backpack is her tail. Aha. Very cool.
What on earth is going on my social media? Stop. I just got like 20 messages and I was like, what is going on?
Storytime is best time, Frog G. All right, Connery, is there anything else that we need to know about SHYFT before we go ahead and sign off?
Back today.
Yeah, there you go.
Back today. We only got 3 days left, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, you can hit it. You can hit it to 4K. You guys know you
Oh,
can.
yeah. I mean, this page is pretty dynamic here. Look at this. I love this.
Rigo does phenomenal work, straight up. It's been really cool seeing him translate the script into visual.
That's awesome. I mean, I like I said, I don't know a lot about Sonic, but I would definitely, think this was, something that IDW put out. Mm-hmm. In that line, it's got that feel, that vibe. Actually, what it reminds me of more is back when Dreamwave was doing stuff like this. Right before, I guess that was probably about like 2004 or something like that. Right before Dreamwave collapsed, they were like the last of the 90s type publishers. Mm-hmm. Pat Lee's imprint. They had some cartoony stuff. But yeah. It's looks like fun stuff, guys.
It kind of sounds like Dream Prism, who did the ukulele one. Like the name is almost similar.
Oh, Pat Lee. Yeah, Pat Lee did for Dreamwave. Pat Lee did Transformers. The Dreamwave Transformers stuff, Generation 1, was very well done. It was beautifully drawn. Mm-hmm. Shadowhawk says, "Okay, I'm back in the $65 tier now. Be right back."
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Fantastic.
Shadowhawk.
Thank you.
Excellent.
People.
Excellent.
Again,
Thank you,
thank you back,
Shadowhawk.
Ed.
Appreciate you. Comics Mate
By
says
the
Tug is
way-
the reason I found Comicsgate.
By the way, if we fund, I'll be throwing in some bookmarks because during one of the previous streams, there was a little remark from another creator about how bookmarks and stickers, you gotta choose one of them. And on our campaign, we're actually going to have bookmarks because we will not go down without a fight.
That's right. Fight to the end. That's right.
Yep. Keep pushing.
Exactly. Let's see. Let's scroll up here.
Backer 44,
So-
featured
Yep.
tier. Good stuff,
What?
Shadowhawk.
Good
Always
stuff.
great. Always good seeing you in the chat, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
backing. We are
We're-
at 38%.
We are
Hell yeah.
close. Make sure you guys share this out to your friends and everything. If we can hit 50% tonight, we have a pretty damn good shot at this. So make
right.
sure that you guys are sharing the link around to everybody. You know, because if we can get to 4K, that's a big deal.
Hell yeah. And so how big is the story? Is there, I meant to ask.
So it's 25 pages, and then I believe
Right.
Connery's done a one-page script, a one-page comic strip.
Yep.
And then so like the main book will probably be around 32 pages once you include graphics and cover, and then the deluxe edition will have like a whole bunch of character sheets and everything like that, and
Cool.
I believe will be like 36 to 40 pages, something like that.
Awesome. And is this like a one shot, or is there going to be like a?
It's the beginning of the series.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I say new beginnings. So how many issues do you foresee it being, or just like is it an ongoing series?
It's Connery's ongoing series. I've come in and I've done this first issue and what have you. And yeah, like this is the starting point.
Excellent. Getting in on the ground floor,
We
ladies and
got
gentlemen.
another contribute.
Outstanding.
Excellent. You guys rock.
And
Thank you
it's
so much.
Mitchell, thank you so much for backing.
Excellent. You guys rock. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for coming to hang out here on a New Book Who Dis. So 3 days, 39 backers now. 3 days left to hit the goal. We can do it. Thank you guys for turning out. Connery, Odin, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
always
no
a pleasure.
problem.
Here. All right, guys. If there are no other questions, we go head on out. Thank you so much. Later.